The following podcast is unsuitable for children under 16 years of age. Viewer discretion is advised.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been about 2 weeks, roughly.
Give or take.
But we're back on the attack. We're about to drive you to the bottom of the map. I'm the Double B. As always, we have this fine, distinguished gentleman on his phone right now, not paying attention to say his name.
I'm absolutely paying attention.
Well, I've been waiting for you to introduce yourself, sir.
You got the doc.
Thank you, sir.
I was waiting for you to finish talking.
Waiting for me to finish talking. You know I'm never done talking. And, of course,
he's been on hiatus for the last couple weeks.
that's why we haven't had a show.
Wait.
But now he's...
That can't be him.
He's even more deadly.
Oh, no.
More powerful.
No. Y'all
More
ain't ready
muscle
for this.
in his jaw region.
Oh, no, not another one.
He comes equipped with fins that are bigger than his entire body.
Strictly business from here on out.
Guys, little help here.
What?
Oh, sorry. Let's turn the bowl around. Turn the bowl around.
Thank you. Sorry.
Dude.
Yeah.
Man.
You're kind of cramped in there.
Did you do any lower body?
I'm saying, like you're all head right now. Pause.
that was training. It was all mental stuff. You were there last year. You know, it's all mental stuff.
It is strictly mental. Man, it's all in your head. God, get out of my head.
I mean, this music is kind of scaring me for your situation.
You think I'm not scared? I'm only half a shark. Just the head. What the hell?
I mean, they could have did better. I mean,
you think?
There could have been some lower body workout or something like that.
You think?
But you can't win them all. I mean, take it when I'm training my Pokemon and shit, man. I just got 2 eggs. You think I want to walk around this town for 3 hours?
Wait. Don't tell me we're not gonna just let that. We can't just let that fly. You still play Pokemon?
I do.
I still play Pokemon. Well, I used to. Then I took a fishbowl to the. Yeah.
That joke fell apart faster than Daniel Bryan's fucking World Heavyweight Championship run.
Before we get there, I did lose a fin, so anytime that's the reason you had to flip me around. Oh shit, you got to do it again. Oh shit, help me. All right, thank you, much better.
We're good.
No, like when I wave my fins, I go one way because the other one's a dud. Thanks a lot, sharks. Shark school sucks.
I mean,
I didn't know fish could work out just one arm at a time there.
Hey, you know what?
It's called swimming sideways.
Lonely Friday nights.
Is that what it's called? Swimming sideways?
Lonely Friday nights.
That's what
I'm going to refer to from now on. Swimming sideways.
Sideways, man.
Alright, well, Fish Food is back after 2 weeks, and I missed doing this. This was like the highlight of my week before I left.
That's okay, we missed doing it too.
We missed it so much that we didn't do it for 2 weeks because we didn't know how to run any of the program.
Yeah. I'm the tech guy, I'll admit it. He's the producer.
I'm the spell checker.
Pretty much.
God forbid we don't have one of those. I'm dyslexic. We would not have a website that was well put together.
We barely have a website now.
Thanks a lot. I might have fins and one bad one, but I still do my job.
Matt only has one T.
That's gonna make it even harder.
Thanks a lot. I'm gonna go drown myself. Oh wait, I'm a fish. Shark-ish. I'm a shark fish.
Shark is technically a fish.
Shisk? Like a shish kebab, only without the bob?
You can't go with a fark, because that sounds too bad.
He's a fark.
That sounds like something you get at, like, freaking KFC to go with, like, your meal.
Or something you did in your pants. Anyways.
Meanwhile.
Welcome to the WWE Podcast.
Yeah, this is bottom of the mat. You know what I'm saying? We driving folks down.
Yes, we are.
We just having a good time right now, folks. You know, it's been a while since we all got to associate with each other. I haven't even lifted my face away from this game, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he's playing Pokemon, trying to get his eggs to hatch.
And God forbid if they don't hurry up and do it.
Hey, no, that's not even the worst part. Eevee is the parents.
Yeah. Well, Eevee and Ditto, but still.
Well, it's still basically
so you've got a good freaking 9,400 steps to do.
I'm saying. This is ridiculous.
All right. Well, since I haven't been here for, 2 weeks, I haven't really had a chance to do a Power 25. I've still only watched bits and pieces of the shows for the last 2 weeks, but I finally know what happened. Most important thing that happened, though, it really sucked because we were at training and I was already having a shitty day because I'm not gonna get into all that, but it's just depressing. And I find out that Daniel Bryan has to have neck surgery.
I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean,
I was like,
come
WTF, cuz. I'm glad he came out of it all right, but what if he wouldn't have?
Right. Yeah, I know.
Stephanie McMahon would have had an orgasm. Okay? She's like, oh my God, it's finally happening. Hunter, you've never taken me here before.
She would have done the yes. Yes, and she wouldn't have been making fun of nobody. She would have been really rejoicing.
I'm saying. Then she had, I'm going to open up the floodgates. She had the nerve to come on this week and act like she didn't want this to happen. I was like, oh, please.
Unleash the demon. I don't know what's going to happen. I didn't mean for that to happen. Bullshit.
I loved Bella, though. Bella was like, stay away, you bitch. I was like, by the
way, here's a little bit of something that I found funny. Kane recently held a concussion awareness workshop.
Right.
All right, now if I tombstone power drive you through some steel steps,
you're gonna have a broken neck. But here's to tell if you get a concussion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that too.
I'm like, what? That just feels a little bit.
I'm saying, like I'm not saying you trying too hard, but dog, you kind of trying too hard.
That's like Triple H trying to teach a class on how to take care of your quads.
Oh no, that's like Kevin Nash teaching a class about how to take care of your quads.
Or freaking Batista telling you how not to tear your pectoral muscles and be gone for 3 years, just spaced out a little bit weird.
Or Eva Marie trying to teach you how to do a
camel clutch.
Camel clutch.
Oh God, I don't even want to get into that. I do actually. I do.
I want to get into it. I want to get into it. I really do.
Marie. Matter of fact, let's just go ahead and start talking about that now. How do you not know how to do a camel clutch? I mean, I understand. Like you knew you there for looks, but let's be real. I know how to do a camel clutch. And I'm too big to be doing stupid stuff like that. I'm joking.
Didn't Viscera used to do a camel clutch or something like that?
He did, and it just looked ugly. You're too big to be doing moves like that. Your stomach is pushing your freaking opponent halfway away from you anyway.
Hey, anytime a grown man can rub his nuts on somebody's backside and it looks good, that's Viscera right there. He was the world's largest love machine.
Oh, no, but he wasn't the strongest one because it used to be sexual, baby. Mm-hmm. And Mark Henry was going to give it all to you.
And he did. All to Mae Young.
All to Mae Young. He gave it all to her.
I'm pregnant. I remember that.
I remember
that was like the biggest gimmick. And I'm sitting here like, no, there's no way. I was like 10, 11 at the time when all this was happening, and I was like, she's old. Like, I don't know anatomy well enough, but I'm pretty sure when you're that old, you can't have kids anymore.
See, now me, I grew up in a white family, and I was like, can black people have kids with white people?
More than mercy.
But in all seriousness, Mae Young, God rest your soul, you were a very absolute.
She was a bright light to every single episode.
Well, real quick,
except the time that she flashed Jerry Lawler.
Well, speaking of Mae Young moments,
Jerry Lawler just would have gave it up.
Since we don't really have a schedule of what we're talking about today, since we're kind of disorganized, let's go around the circle real quick. Favorite Mae Young moment of all time?
Oh, I think that would have to be when Mae Young and freaking
Fabulous Moolah.
Yeah, freaking was freaking fucking with Lake Cool.
You're gonna steal mine, aren't you?
Beat the hell out of Lake Cool.
Oh, no, okay, you did steal mine. Not quite. Go ahead.
All right, mine came from, I believe it was Bad Blood 2004. Not 2004. 2003. Bad Blood 2003. You have two Raw general managers. One of the greatest general managers of any show of all time.
I'm mad.
Yeah. The man who I used to have his hair.
You did. You used to have Bischoff hair.
Eric Bischoff. I loved him as one of the best managers of all time. WWE, go ahead, get the fuck over whatever bullshit you have with Bischoff, and hire that man back. Door's wide open now that Maddox is gone.
I'm pretty sure that Bischoff wouldn't want to do that again, let alone
I feel like
hire him back.
Dude, his best friend already came back.
Yeah.
Who's his best friend?
Hogan.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And those two are real life, legitimate best friends.
I believe it.
But his best friend's back, so it's obvious that there's going to be talk between those two. Might as well hire Bischoff back. But anyway, he's a heel general manager, and he's very outspoken heel general managers, and that's what made him one of the best of all time, is because he was very involved in the show. And anytime anyone pissed him off, he'd get on the mic and he'd drop some shit, and he'd just be like, you know what? I'm going to put you in a freaking fatal four-way match every week leading up to your title defense.
Ain't that a bitch?
And by the way, they're all going to be no disqualification, and the guy you're defending your title against at the next pay-per-view ain't going to have... He's not going to be in any matches, except he's going to interject himself into your matches and fucking destroy you. Because that's my pal on storyline.
Word.
But anyway, he's feuding with the other co-general manager of Raw, everybody's favorite bionic redneck, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, yes, I remember.
And they are having a redneck triathlon.
Mm-hmm.
They've got 3 events. One event was called the burping contest.
Austin should have won that.
Austin definitely won that.
Okay, good. I can't remember all of this.
I don't remember exactly what the third event was, now that I'm thinking about it. I don't remember what the third event was. But the second event was a pie-eating contest. And they rolled for this, the Raw before. And Bischoff was like, oh, I've got this. Oh, the third event was a sing-off. So,
it was Bad Blood 03.
Yep, it was 03. The second event of the contest, though, was a pie-eating contest. And Bischoff, when he saw that it was going to be a pie-eating contest, he was like, Austin, I don't care. I used to go to state fairs all the time. It doesn't matter whether you choose peach pie, blueberry pie, apple pie, cherry pie. And Austin's like, nah, man. That ain't the kind of contest we're talking about. And he's like pecan, chocolate, what do we... No, poontang pie. we still in the... We just got done with The Rock. We still in the era of frickin' jabroni beating...
pie eating!
The third one was... The originally contest was supposed to be a singing contest. They both made a great change to pig pin contest.
Yeah. And it was a fun thing. It was a fun little comedic... But, and Austin ended up winning the triathlon, of course. But, the second event, pie eating contest. And so, Bischoff, he goes out, and he's studying for everything. Not studying, but he's practicing. Yeah. And he shows Austin these fine-ass, gorgeous women that he has found from, the town that they're in. And he says... I found these women. He said, since I found them, I should get to go first. And Austin says, well, I think I should get to go first since you picked the selection. You know, I think I should get to go first. And he says, no, I'm in your home state of... Bischoff says, I'm in your home state of Texas, and so I think you should be a gracious host and allow me to go first. And Austin says, you know what?
Good play.
That's you got a point there. We're Southern. We like to have good manners. So I'll let you go first as long as I get to pick the flavor of pie. And so everyone's thinking, oh, this is awesome. Here's where this becomes a Mae Young story. Austin picks Mae Young.
Lord have mercy.
For Eric Bischoff. Out in the middle of the ring. And Mae Young... He's sitting, like, Bischoff is sitting there like, no, I won't do it, I won't do it, I won't do it. He says, I forfeit this, and he says, if you lose this one, then that means I win.
Mm-hmm.
And
God forbid that ever happens.
Bischoff was not going to just let Austin win. So he says, fine, and he grabs Mae Young by the back of the head, and he pulls her in for a great big old kiss. And he says, "Fine, there," and he goes over to the turnbuckle. And Austin's like, "What the fuck was that? This is a pie eating contest, not a kissing contest."
Lord of mercy.
And Bischoff turns around. Mae Young kicks him square in the balls.
Pause. Just hatched an egg. Don't know which one yet.
Oh, damn. Anyway, Mae Young kicks him square in the balls. And he drops to the bottom turnbuckle. She backs up and she gives him the Bronco Buster.
Yes!
Keep in mind, she's wearing lingerie at the time.
Of course.
Frickin' Double B, he just got his Evie, I'm guessing.
I did. And he is adorable.
Aww.
How cute.
He's so in love.
I will name him Brock after Brock Lesnar, the man who beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Who's there? Mike.
Michael.
My client, Brock Lesnar. I'm not gonna lie. There's more than this Mae Young story, though. After she gives him the Bronco Buster, Austin picks up the mic and he says, "Well, I guess it's my turn." He looks at Mae Young and he gives her the fucking Stone Cold Stunner and he says, "Well, I guess you won this round, Bischoff." And he turns around and marches to the backstage area.
I need to start picking the last because yours are always way better than mine.
They're fucking... And they're long. They're long-winded. We got to make sure that we... I don't want to cut anybody's time.
I'm going to start bringing up the Wrap It Up box instead of click and start playing you off. I'm joking.
Mine they always go long, and I don't want to run anyone's time. I don't want to end up making, fish food story like the Sheamus Daniel Bryan WrestleMania match at freaking, what was that, 28?
Mm-hmm. Well, see, mine are usually short because I don't get into as good a detail as you because I usually don't remember. All I remember of my moment, it was her and Moolah, and I believe they were talking to Laycool. And he said she said something along the lines of calling the two of them sluts.
Yeah.
And I loved that. It was hilarious because the two of them were dressed in like something really skimpy. It was awful to look at, but it was hilarious.
Still quite sexy.
I don't know. Anytime I saw Michelle McCool in something really skimpy, I wouldn't call that awful to look at.
No, I wasn't talking about her. I was talking about the two older ones.
Oh, the two old... Oh, yeah, those two.
But anyway...
By the way, favorite divas getting dressed up in something really skimpy moment?
First episode of SmackDown.
No.
For me, first episode of SmackDown was supposed to be an evening gown contest, and Mabel... Was it Mabel? Not Mabel. Mabel.
Mabel is a guy.
Mabel is Viscera. Shit.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Sable?
Sable. There we go.
Egg number 2.
She tried to go out topless.
Mm-hmm.
And they wouldn't let her. They made her put a shirt on. That was hilarious.
I remember when freaking Sable... It was supposed to be a bikini match, and she had the handprints freaking body painted onto her.
Yeah, I remember that.
And she had the nipple covers, underneath them, so they could actually air it on TV.
Right.
But that was one of my favorites.
I want to be at the live show where they do that again. Like the non-televised show, because back then that would have flown. That would have been yeah.
My favorite one has got to be when Tori Wilson and Sable teamed up against Stacy Keibler and who was Keibler's partner at that time? It was at WrestleMania 20.
WrestleMania 20 wouldn't that been? Wasn't Stacy Keibler and Tori Wilson partners?
No. WrestleMania 20 was because Tori Wilson and Sable, they were becoming best friends because they had both at that point been Playboy cover girls and centerfolds at that point of their careers, and so they had bonded over that. And Stacy Keibler and whoever her
was it Mickey James?
No, Mickey James I don't think was in it at that point.
I don't know.
Let's see.
While you're looking that up, you got a favorite one? Divas getting dressed up?
No, but I have a favorite one of a diva getting dressed down.
Let's go for
Edge and Lita.
Oh! Ooh, yes.
The sex in the middle of the ring. Which almost went off without a hitch. I was really thinking it was going. They kept putting that black box around the ring because Lita really did have a top on underneath the blankets. And there was a couple of times where that boob popped out. Yeah. They let it slide once, and then all the other times that black box came over that ring so fast, just on the screen. I thought it was my TV at first. Like, oh shit! If all the times for my TV to break. No, that was their little half-ass way of trying to edit this shit. And they're just like, this is real. This is going to be real. I was like, oh my God.
And they still let her in the Hall of Fame.
It was Stacy Keibler and Miss Jackie.
Oh, yeah.
Freaking
Jacqueline?
Yeah. They were feuding because they were jealous of two Playboy cover girls.
Obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was supposed to be like an evening gown, but it ended up being like a bra and panties match. And it was awesome because we got to see those four just run around. It was great. Honorable mention for this one was when they brought in the Miller Lite twins.
Oh yeah,
the Miller Lite twins.
Great taste.
All right.
Nice filling, and I don't care about this conversation.
So there's our flash to the past. Let's get back kind of on track. The Shield and Evolution. Getting set for round 2 of Payback. In an extreme... Well, okay, it's a no-holds-barred elimination match.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts?
I mean, neither of them are getting the edge. Like one group will attack, then the other group instantly attack. It's like freaking the Civil War. Mm-hmm. Back when there was still honor in fighting. Mm-hmm. Air quote, honor. When you just didn't jump on the motherfucker in the dead of night because that wouldn't be right.
Even though you sort of did.
Even though, yeah, you still had guerrilla fighters on both sides. Like, I don't give a fuck about the rules. Trying to be Spartacus.
Well, see, what I like about this feud is it wasn't Evolution asking for a rematch. It was the Shield, which kind of makes it more of a draw because you know, if Evolution were like, we want the rematch, people were like, oh, they're just being crybabies. No, the Shield wants to watch a rematch so they can prove that they are dominant.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. It's damn true.
I do like how Triple H, I mean, yes, it's repetitive, but he keeps coming back to the you'll either adapt or you'll perish. Mm-hmm. But that's evolution. You know, that's the definition of science, evolution.
Yeah, well,
adapting or dying.
And right now it's putting evolution in a point where they either have to adapt or perish. Because they didn't adapt.
They was getting their ass whooped up and down the hallways of the freaking arena.
And then the flying Seth Rollins lands on 3 men.
And flying Seth Rollins and fucking flying Dean Ambrose taking out Batista.
I still think Rollins' jump at Extreme Rules though takes the cake because I didn't really see it coming when it was happening, but then I saw Orton glance up at the things like, oh my god, he's gonna jump. And he jumps, and everybody goes crazy. It
was just awesome.
Mouse House.
Did we find out?
Audrey's idea.
No, did we find out?
For what?
Boy or girl?
It's a boy.
All right.
You owe me money.
This is our buddy.
No, I do not, sir. I stuck my hand out to shake your hand, sir, and you never took my hand.
No, I shook your hand.
No, you did
yes,
not,
I did.
sir.
I shook your hand.
Frosty Flakes took my hand.
Because I had my hand open for everybody in the room, and nobody took my hand.
I was the only one who shook your hand. I was the only one who shook your hand.
No, you were not.
Yes, I was.
This is the
that was what you were saying. I wasn't in the pot because I was the only one who shook his hand for the $30.
I'm the only one that needs money here. I'm having a kid.
Frosty Flakes is having a bouncing baby boy. Congratulations, Frosty.
You do owe me money.
But anyway, back to the Shield and Evolution. Like, I didn't.
Yeah,
it was a great match, and I'm excited to see how it happens at Payback.
It's setting up to where they've got to have the Shield drop this one. That's the only way for the feud to continue, because if they prove their dominance 2 pay-per-views in a row,
that's it.
That's it.
That's how the most feuds end, 2 in a row.
Yeah, I mean,
fighting blows, it just keeps going. Nobody can get much.
Or one, and then the tiebreaker.
Right.
But if you have 2 in a row, that's done. Like John Cena beat Ryback twice in a row. Well, sort of.
Sort of.
It was a draw.
Draw and then
The ambulance match.
threw him through an ambulance.
That was last year's Payback. It sounds like it's going to be a lot better than this year's, basically just because of that 3 stages of hell match. But I think the Shield and Evolution could change my mind about that, because there are several ways you could end this. And speaking of which, we'll go around again. That match, how do you think they should end it in order to further the feud?
To further the feud?
Yeah.
Has to be a no contest win, or not freaking no contest, but a freaking draw style win, be it from outside parties, be it from freaking just not being able to complete the match because freaking both sides is knocked the hell out. I think that's the only way they're going to be able to successfully take this to another pay-per-view, in my opinion.
Okay.
I feel like you can give Evolution the win and keep the feud going. Because if you give Evolution the win, they're tied at 1-1. Both sides are wanting dominance. They're wanting to prove that they are the most dominant faction. If you're tied, you're not dominant.
Yeah.
Here's how I'd like to see it. You got the elimination style match.
Mm-hmm.
Rollins and Ambrose both get eliminated. 3-on-1, Reigns and Evolution. Reigns somehow takes out Batista. Somehow takes out Randy Orton. Triple H and Roman Reigns, which is what they're trying to hopefully build for at SummerSlam, which is in 2 pay-per-views.
Mm-hmm.
And then Triple H finds a way to beat Roman Reigns via outside interference, of course, because he's a heel.
Yeah.
Which it's going to, I think that'll be the best way. And then I know Batista's supposed to be leaving soon, so you drop his spot in Evolution and you bring a new talent up. Who better than Sheamus?
Coming off a win earlier in the night to Cesaro.
Not only that, he's still the United States champion, the belt that Dean Ambrose used to have. Rubbing salt in the wounds right there.
That's true, but I don't feel like they're really ready to drop his feud with Cesaro. This will be Cesaro's first major championship
You also got to think
as a main event player.
You also got to think, if they do drop Batista and pull somebody in, is anybody really ready for that heat in the locker room? Because it'll get real steamy in that motherfucker. If they grab somebody, say Big E takes a heel turn somewhere between now and then, and they grab up Big E. Big E's gonna get hated on because he wasn't really at that point on the card. He was getting there.
What?
But to be shoved into the spotlight like
Right.
that is gonna make a lot of people pissed off who thought they should have been picked first.
And
Here's
I was
an
gonna
idea.
suggest Rusev until you said the jump, which
Yeah.
makes sense. Rusev would be a good one, but
He
people
would get so much heat.
He would get a lot of heat, but he's already getting a lot of heat anyway because nobody likes him. He's Russian.
Yeah.
But he's in a good feud with Big E right now.
And they're not prepared to drop that. Here's an interesting viewpoint. What about bringing someone in who's already got a lot of heat, and he's guaranteed to have a lot of heat no matter what?
You know what? Screw that.
No.
Well, I say
Paul Heyman's other client.
Brock Lesnar.
Oh.
That'd be nice, but I don't see that happening because he's not scheduled to appear till SummerSlam.
You know,
But if they
TNA's
bring him
going
in
down
a
the
little bit-
toilet, though. I say they offer somebody from one TNA's roster a little bit of money. Give it to freaking Rude. Give it to Bobby Roode. Let Bobby Roode step up on the scene real quick and help.
Aries?
And Austin Aries.
Then you've got your tomorrow of Evolution.
Mm-hmm.
See, like I said, there's several ways they could go about it.
And plus, Bobby Roode's already got that in his blood.
But I definitely agree that that Evolution should take this one because it does even it up, and you can continue the feud.
Oh, yeah.
Shield wins 2 in a row. You know you can't do
it's
anything else
done.
with it. But I would love to see Roman Reigns and Triple H at SummerSlam.
Oh yeah, that looks like it'd be just a power-packed match.
Now, but okay,
Lots of
another little around the circle, pass it around kind of thing. You've got Payback. You've got SummerSlam in a couple months. Right smack dab in the middle is Money in the Bank. What do you do with this feud at Money in the Bank?
I think they should let it simmer during Money in the Bank. Let's put the contestants in the I wouldn't say end it. I would just say put it on the back burner. Let it stay hot, but don't put more fire to the flame. Let's let everybody on each side freaking in the match. Then whoever wins, that starts up the feud again. And then you start having the matches for the actual briefcase. You start having the matches freaking. And then you got dissection for whoever wins in either group. Say somebody wins in either group, you have a dissection because, oh, I should have won that. You know, especially if you put all 3 members of the Shield in the Money in the Bank, and freaking say Reigns walks off with the case, it's gonna make freaking Rollins and them upset.
But at the same time, because they're trying to push for Triple H and Reigns at SummerSlam, I don't feel like having anyone from either of those. I don't see any problem with having them all members of the teams in the match. I see a problem with giving any of them the win. Give someone else the win. Someone who isn't involved.
And I'd also like them to have more than the people that they have now. I mean, it'd be harder to follow. But let's throw like 2 more dudes in the mix. No matter what. So instead of it being freaking 6, let's make it like 8 dudes in the ring at once, fighting for that motherfucker.
That's what they usually do anyway.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and go next because I kind of want to hint at something he said. I like putting somebody in the Money in the Bank, but what they need to do, give each member of the Shield an opportunity to earn a Money in the Bank shot, and Triple H and Evolution cost, let's say Dean Ambrose and Rollins, a shot at entering the match. They try to do the same thing with Reigns, but Reigns overpowers, showing pushing him up a little bit so that he's the dominant one in the faction, and then he gets screwed out of the win. And to even make it even sweeter, most likely in the future we're going to have a vacant WWE World Heavyweight Championship because I see Bryan being out at least 3 months.
Yeah.
I don't see him. I see him coming back for publicity purposes.
But he's going to be. He can't defend the belt. They're going to.
It'd be better. Well, no, it'd be better publicity if they let him walk off with the title. Make him look like he's rebelling even further by not handing the title over. Now they have to make new belts.
Right. Well,
and then have and then have that, and then they unite the belts and have that one championship.
How do you do 4?
On this side,
you hold 4 up, yeah.
And then it'll be 3 in the end because they'll unite the championships when they make the new belt, right?
Right.
We no longer see Daniel Bryan as the champion. That's when Daniel Bryan gets on the Titantron. You don't have to see me as a champion. People see me as champion. Blah blah blah.
Well,
and then when he comes back, they have that freaking clash match like they did with Taz and them on ECW, freaking for the F the World title, the merge the F the World Championship with the ECW World Heavyweight Championship.
See, what I would like to see, let's say they do strip the belt from Bryan, or he gives it up, whatever the case. You have 2 Money in the Bank matches because that's a tradition at the Money in the Bank. You have 2. We have 1 championship, so that's going to be a little bit more difficult to do. You have 1 Money in the Bank match early in the night for the briefcase. The second, the main event for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Put Reigns in, let's say, the one for the championship, and he gets screwed out by Triple H himself. There you go. There's your SummerSlam feud.
Oh yeah.
There's your SummerSlam feud.
Because you want to push him, but you're not. I don't think they're quite ready to put the belt on him.
Well, and that's the right move.
They make him drop the strap.
That's the right move.
A month later.
Because of him being in a faction still. Because I don't think they should break up the Shield yet. It should happen, but not yet.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Back when they were hinting at it, it wasn't ready yet. I was excited, but when they got back together, it's like, you know what? They can do way more with these guys.
Yeah,
I like it.
They finally gave.
And plus, it made it seem like they had sat down and said, you know what? Let's fix this. Let's unify because we can't keep getting our asses whooped. Yeah,
freaking, and Seth Rollins did that whole state of the Shield, and when he walked off that second Wyatt family match. But by the way, every time those 2 factions step in the ring, it's a classic. It is a classic. It doesn't matter where it's at on the card. That is the match to watch.
Wyatt family's still 3-1 in that series though, so they've got to do it again. I think so. I mean, make it. I mean, right now, the Wyatts are in a feud with both the Usos and Cena, so they're busy. I mean, but several months down the line, they could do it again.
Which is pushing freaking the 2 bigger gentlemen, not Bray, but the other
Harper and
thank you, Harper. Yeah. Which is pushing them into the tag scene, which is real cool. I think them holding the strap, you put the big gold around freaking Bray Wyatt, and then let them run show for about 2-3 months.
Here's what's interesting about Bray Wyatt's run under his current gimmick, because we all know Bray Wyatt that's not his actual name. He is
Husky Dallas. No, I'm kidding.
No. He's actually related to Barry Windham, and
sorry.
You remember Windham and Rotunda, the tag team champions from early '90s. They were great. He's the son of one of them. Son or nephew, I can't remember which. But anyway, I think his name is Barry Rotunda. His legitimate name, like his. He's been Husky Harris before. Then he left, and he went back to developmental, and they started developing this whole Bray Wyatt. They got him into FCW. FCW changed into NXT. Or morphed into NXT. He started running rampant in NXT and got the Wyatt family together. Started running just roughshod over everybody in NXT. They brought him up to the main roster. He's been running roughshod ever since.
Look at the list he's taken down.
For those of you who don't realize, SummerSlam of last year was his first match.
And he debuted the week before Money in the Bank. They took out Kane.
Yeah.
Who else have they taken out? They've taken on Daniel Bryan. The Shield.
The Shield.
Big Show.
Big Show. They've taken on
John
everybody.
Cena
John
the
Cena.
big names. The only one left is Triple H, but I don't see that happening because they're both heel. And
Triple H.
You can't just switch him face, because I mean.
I doubt they would do that.
If you go back
but it goes back to the whole rebellion thing. I'm sure something's gonna happen within this feud to make them be like, you guys
the
are
anti-hero.
Yeah. You guys are abusing your power, if you will.
That
then,
actually sounds very Bray Wyatt-like. So Bray Wyatt-like.
But yeah, so. But
I'd also like to point out, I won the argument between us. Bray Wyatt is the one who has the whole world in his hand. He said it this week. He said that shit. He was not talking about John Cena. He was talking about himself. Well,
while we're on the topic of Bray Wyatt and Cena's feud is basically, you can track it back to the elimination or the Royal Rumble, which it was just kind of the rosebuds of it. You goes to Elimination Chamber. That's where it kicked off. They had a match at WrestleMania. Cena won. Match at Extreme Rules, which I still do not believe that made Bray Wyatt look strong. I think it made Harper and Rowan look strong. It made John Cena look stronger because he almost won a match against 3 people.
Yeah, but it didn't really help Bray Wyatt, but it did help the feud.
Oh, yeah.
It helped the feud.
It helped the feud, yes.
But
overall goal, you're trying to make Bray Wyatt legitimate, which he is legitimate, but you're trying to add legitimacy to him. The one you want to know, in my honest opinion, who I think the most legitimate member of the Shield is?
Or the Wyatt family?
The Wyatt family, Luke
Harper. Luke Harper. That man taking suicide dives.
Exactly.
He's not. Guys his size don't take suicide dives. Fuck.
He is absolutely the best member of the
Wyatt family. He is by far the most athletic.
Yes. On the mic, Bray Wyatt takes the cake, no matter what.
On the mic, I think he's up there in the company.
I believe he's almost comparable to CM Punk. If the two of them got into a feud, those promos would be epic.
Because Punk would just sit back and he'd listen to the diatribe and he'd listen to all the cryptic messages and he'd be like, "Listen, buddy."
I'm sorry, was that supposed to intimidate me?
I fought The Undertaker at WrestleMania back when he was still undefeated.
I'm sorry, best in the world, clobber in time, pipe bombs. You don't know who I am, do you, son?
We've never been properly introduced, except they have. They did have a little stint there
with him and Brian.
Survivor Series, but no. But the interesting thing about Bray Wyatt is in his time in Florida Championship Wrestling, or as the character Bray Wyatt, in his time in FCW, in his time in NXT. And now in his time in the WWE main roster. Not only has he not won any championships, he has risen to this level of prestige and success without ever having been in a single championship match.
Or feud. Well, yeah, I guess match, yeah. But, all of his feuds...
He's never feuded for a championship. He doesn't care about them.
Well, Jake Snake Roberts never once won a championship. But he's a Hall of Famer. Mm-hmm. He's still one of the great legends.
Yeah.
Fighting cancer right now. Hope that works for you.
Everybody does the DDT.
I'm saying.
Dean Ambrose.
Or a modified DDT. Everybody does a version of that move, and he's like, that's my move.
Yeah.
He will always have a lasting impact on the business because that's going to continue to be one of the most devastating moves.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
And see, what I don't like about the Cena-Wyatt feud right now is Cena's not going to put over Bray Wyatt. And even if Cena loses this next match, he's not going to win it by himself because that's not how Bray Wyatt operates. Unless they change his character a little bit. It's a last man standing match, which means anything goes. So, obviously, it does not favor John Cena. But John Cena's overcome the odds. So, in my mind, Cena probably will still win at Payback, which will not help Bray Wyatt at all. They need to drop the feud.
Yeah. And allow Bray Wyatt to move on to something else. There's that possibility. And you say it's not how Bray Wyatt operates, but I have seen him win. I have seen him operate like that. In one of the best matches so far this year, Wyatt versus Daniel Bryan at the Royal Rumble, in which his two lackeys wanted to get into the match, and he turned around and he said, "You sit your fucking asses back down."
Well, what I meant by that is in this feud so far.
Oh yeah, in this feud so far. But I feel like with the pending John Cena heel turn,
if it happens,
which it seems like it's. I feel like if that happens on Sunday, which it still is feeling like it's going to happen.
It would be great if like Cena wins and he just loses his fucking mind.
Well, if that's how Cena wins, by unleashing the monster.
Oh no! Like he wins and he's celebrating and stuff and Bray Wyatt's he's Bray Wyatt's being humble. He's still the bad guy.
He does the whole stuff.
But he's doing the whole backing up with his arms, the Jesus arms and stuff. And then all of a sudden, Cena just snaps because people are still sitting there like, Wyatt.
Yeah, they're booing
and he just snaps and goes crazy and freaking just runs up the ramp.
Doesn't even attack Cena.
Yeah.
Have Harper and Rowan just dragging Wyatt away. Which Harper and Rowan, don't they have a match this Sunday?
They have one tonight against the Usos, and I'm predicting that the Usos will lose,
which will give
him a title match. But the card is pretty booked. Well, let's talk about that real quick. You've got Cena Wyatt, last man standing. You got the Shield Evolution, no holds barred elimination. Big E versus Rusev. Well, actually, that one has been confirmed. That they've been building.
Oh, it's going to happen.
Most likely.
Yeah.
Say it's
so
going.
We'll go ahead and put that in as probably.
Even if he turns into a triple threat because of RVD.
RVD's got a match against Barrett.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that wouldn't happen.
So we got one pot roll. RVD Barrett for the Intercontinental title. Cesaro, Sheamus, U.S. Championship. Alicia Fox Page. And then the El Torito. Well, okay, this is a little head, but El Torito versus Hornswoggle in a mask versus hair match.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 6 matches.
The Alicia Fox situation I want to talk about is a little head.
Plus, if you haven't watched Raw, you might want to close your ears real quick. Daniel Bryan has to make a choice. That's all I'm going to say. So that'll probably be a segment.
Yeah.
Won't be a match, but I guarantee it'll last at least 10-15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But, you've got a couple of possibilities. I mean, you could do Rusev versus Big E. That was one of the probable ones. It's most likely going to happen. And then you could add the Usos in there, too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Usos and the Wyatts. And if that happens, I think the Wyatts probably should lose. Or win.
But yeah, to finish up my little Cena losing his mind fantasy, Cena gets out the ring, storms the Wyatt family. Of course, Harper and Rowan are going to drop Bray at this point and let him lay there for a second while they go and try to fight out Cena. Cena's going to have some type of weapon. He's going to take both of them out. Bray Wyatt's going to come out and freaking try to do a little sacrificial lamb stuff, and he's going to be like, not this time. He's just going to start wailing on him. I want everyone from the back to come out. I want everybody that's in the back to come out to try to pull
the locker room.
Yeah, empty the locker room. Just to pull Cena off.
Yeah,
of him.
just to pull Cena off. Not to pull them away from each other.
I want Bray Wyatt to be bloody and stuff. And I want still laugh.
I want Cena swinging it at not just at Bray. I want when Big Show comes out to get Cena away. Big Show gets taken out with a fucking chair.
Mm-hmm.
See,
everybody who steps to him just gets worked.
If they do that, then you can...
Definite Cena face or heel turn.
Then you can end the feud.
You can continue the feud, because now you sort of, by turning Cena face while he's involved in a feud with Wyatt,
so it's a lumberjack
by
match.
the transitive property. That's going
to be the locker room versus John Cena.
Anytime you see a face turn heel on a heel, the heel 9 times out of 10 makes a face turn at that exact same time.
I don't know how well that would work with Wyatt though.
Oh well,
he's already got the backing.
Yeah.
And just think of him as a CM Punk. Think of him as a CM Punk style face, the anti-face, the one who all the fans love him. He doesn't really care if they do or not, but I
want him to have a change of heart.
Himself.
I want him to have a change of heart about the fans too. Like, why didn't any of y'all try to help me? I've done nothing but lead y'all to the promised land. Y'all let me be slaughtered in front of you. You all are nothing. And that way he can still keep his freaking just that heel intensity. He'll separate himself from the people.
But
that way they'll have
that heel versus heel. And I know. Likes watching them.
Or Cena joins the Wyatt family. That would work too.
I don't see.
I can't see Cena in those suspenders though.
I can't have him before WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I couldn't take it seriously, but it'd be something different. Well, since you mentioned CM Punk, I'm gonna go ahead and do this once. We're gonna do betting odds. If you were setting up odds at Vegas for the likelihood of CM Punk to return, what would you set it at?
Not very high.
Yeah, like
he and AJ Lee are still they are in the planning stages of their marriage. He told when he was leading the seventh stretch at the freaking Chicago, was it the White Sox game?
Cubs game. He's a Cubs fan.
Okay, I apologize, Phil, if you heard me accidentally almost call you a White Sox fan, because I know that's a mistake. You never go to Chicago, and if somebody asks you White Sox or Cubs, you say, I'm going to go the other way, and just not answer the question.
See,
it's most likely always a big black dude that asks you.
It's always going to be the wrong answer.
And he's wearing like a do-rag, and he's got a gun in his pocket.
And you can't tell
which one.
Quick shameless plug. I am kind of disappointed. Both my team in the NHL and his team both got eliminated on the same night. I was hoping that they would have faced off. Penguins versus Blackhawks. It would have been a rematch of last year's conference finals.
Yeah.
I'm not much of a Blackhawks fan, but I do respect that team because they are very good company.
They're sitting in all this right now.
I don't know.
Have they been eliminated yet?
We'll continue.
Okay.
But no, CM Punk, AJ Lee, when he led this seventh inning stretch, he said it was going to be a few weeks before they tied the knot. She's locking that shit down.
Oh please, they're gonna get divorced next year.
I feel like that's
because AJ's gonna cheat on him.
I don't think
ain't gonna be CM Punk cheating. He's straight laced.
I don't think
she's gonna get bored with that lifestyle. I want to go out and drink. Bitch, she might be 23, 4, 5, how old she is, 16, 17. Yeah. I don't live that lifestyle. You go have fun. But the moment he does that, the marriage is over.
I don't see it. I don't see it. I feel like if they divorce, it's not going to be over anyone cheating, because backstage
it will be over that party lifestyle.
I take back my recent shameless plug. Apparently the Blackhawks are still in it, but the Kings are beating them 1-3.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I was partially bad. I guess they won. They both won in 7.
The Kings are
San Jose's the Sharks.
The Kings are is it Sacramento?
No, that's baseball.
That's
basketball.
The Kings are really tough to beat this year.
Mm-hmm. They're 3-1 against the Blackhawks.
I was going to say, you can tell by their record against the Blackhawks, the reigning world champs.
Yesterday they beat the Blackhawks 5-2.
Jesus.
Yeah. The Blackhawks.
What are they doing? Like leading the goalie out and just going, click, here you go.
So I apologize again, Punk. I was misspoken. I hope that the Blackhawks could return it around, because I like the Blackhawks a little bit. I'm not much of a fan of them, but I have been following them a lot this year, and I've been really impressed with what I've seen.
I am a fan of them, and I just don't follow hockey very closely.
Go Ducks! Sorry.
I don't follow hockey very closely. I've got a couple teams that I root for.
Well,
the Ducks and the Blackhawks.
Yeah, I only watch Ducks games.
Those are the only two that I really ever watch.
And then I'm disappointed like 75% of the time.
The other series is Rangers Canadians, and they're actually playing right now. But
and Canadians is tough.
The Rangers are another team that I sort of like, but not really.
I like the Canucks just because they have a cool name.
Yeah.
Vancouver Canucks. But I'm a Penguins fan through and through, so shameless plug.
I miss the days of Doug the Thought
Betting
Black.
odds. So if you were to set it, like
10-1.
You get 10-1.
I want it to be too high. I want it to be like 100-1. I want it to be like something reachable, but not reachable.
So 10-1.
I'm feeling 17-1. 17-1.
Okay, so for him, like you spend $10, he actually shows up. You get $100 back.
Yeah.
He comes up, you get 170. I would put it closer to 200-1. I think there's no way in hell he's coming back. Even though it's Chicago, there's no way in hell he shows up.
Yeah,
he's going to at least make an appearance.
No,
I don't.
That ring's going to be calling him. It's going to be like Chris Rock in New Jack City. It's calling me, man. It's calling me.
He's going to be sitting there,
scratching that arm and shit
at home in Chicago.
AJ Lee's going to be like, "Why are you sweating?" We are right next to the arena, girl. Like I really
realize
don't
I'm
know.
looking out the window and it is right there.
I bet you Punk and Lee are probably going to be at either Lee's parents' house or somewhere far away from Chicago.
Just so he's not tempted to leave the room.
Well,
I'm going to go to the grocery store.
Plus, Chicago.
Why do you need your gym bag for that? What gym bag? You get your ass back in this house.
This is my canvas grocery bag.
Yeah, canvas grocery
Plus,
bag.
Chicago people are crazy enough. They've been stalking him, and he absolutely hates it.
Mm-hmm.
Like he is one of the worst people when it comes to that because people always follow him. And not to take anything away from the guy, he hates being famous.
He really does.
And I can respect.
He's one of the shyest guys out there.
In fact, I know this doesn't make up for all the crazy fans, but if I ever saw CM Punk in real life, I'd probably look at him, call my friends, like, dude, I just saw CM Punk. Be like, dude, get a picture. He's not all about that. I've seen him. That's enough for me.
It's like I'd see him, I'd give him no one head shake, and then I'd go about my.
I'm too black for all that. Y'all being modest about it.
And
if I saw him, I'd be like, "Yo, CM Punk, high five, dog." No, and then I leave him alone. I leave him alone
if I were to approach him, I wouldn't approach him saying CM Punk. I'd be like Phil Brooks, right?
Don't do that either. He hates that. Absolutely
he?
hates it. He's a celebrity. He wants to be known by a celebrity name. If
I were
to see him and let's say I accidentally bump into him, a legitimate accidentally bump into him,
yeah,
I'd be like, oh, sorry. You're CM Punk. Well, hey, nice to meet you. I'm a big fan. I'll let you get back to your business. I apologize for all this. You need some help.
He's going to be like, you made me drop my popcorn. I'm
joking. I'd be like,
you spilled my au jus.
Yeah, you spilled my au jus.
I'll tell you what.
You what?
I'll pay you for
my
it.
My au jus, sauce.
Like, I'll pay you for it, and you can put me in the Anaconda Vice to go to sleep if you want. Absolutely.
If you really want him to throw you in the air and let your face drop on his knee,
hell yeah,
that
dude.
is not padded at the time because he's not in his wrestling attire.
If I remember it, it would be the greatest feeling ever. I'd call my dad. I'd be like, so guess what the fuck?
I'd let him put me in the Anaconda
Vice. A fan
Vice.
shatters his nose and then doesn't prosecute? CM Punk is not going to court today because his biggest fan was just happy that he got his ass whooped by CM Punk. I was outside. He threw me up. My face hit his knee. And that's the last thing I remember.
I'd be like, dude, CM Punk put his hands on me. I am a celebrity now.
I mean, look at my nose. It looks so much better than it did before.
I'm not gonna. No, I will not stalk CM Punk just for the.
No.
If I ever meet him, which is betting on that 10 million to 1.
Yeah, let it be a complete accident.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not going
to be humble without being humble.
But if I see him, I'm either just gonna.
I think the only way I'd ever actually meet CM Punk or be in Chicago for that matter would probably be in my military uniform because I'd be ready to go to either going to a deployment or coming home from one.
Hell, he might just stop to talk to you.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I know he's
thank you for serving our country.
I know he's a really big supporter of the military.
Oh yeah, he loves the military. He loves.
Hell, he's probably gonna be chilling out on the base talking to the Sarge. You gonna walk in there. I'm so sorry to interrupt. No, come on in, man. The more the merrier. We're just drinking some gin.
If you ever were to, for some reason, be drafted into the military, we don't have a draft anymore at this point. But if for any, don't use the phrase Sarge unless you really just hate the feeling of being able to feel your extremities.
Oh God, yeah. Sergeant or sergeant or sergeant.
Sergeant.
Yes, sir. Sergeant.
I still go. I would be the golden ball of the military if I ever get drafted.
Or you can call your first sergeant Top. My dad's first sergeant loves that.
Giggity.
Right.
What up, Top?
Yeah.
Giggity.
I've actually met my dad's first sergeant. He's a pretty cool guy.
Giggity.
But I know we're not. Let's say you were drafted to the military though. What job would you want? I know this is off topic, but we might as well.
I can't stand food services, but in order to stay as far away from the fighting as possible, I would be a cook.
They don't have cooks in the Army anymore.
Fuck!
It's all going civilian sector.
A buddy of mine
Contractors.
A buddy of mine's actually at basic training. His MOS is still cook. So
they're dropping like flies though.
Okay, then after that, I'm gonna stay at home and help polish all the tanks and stuff. Like that one show.
Wheeled vehicle mechanic. Newsflash, they still see combat.
Yeah, those guys
all right,
combat.
I want to sit behind the computer and talk to people about where they is. All right, you got a team.
13 Delta.
Boom! Right there, that's mine.
We found it.
What? Okay, for those of you, I will give as much information as I can because I've got a secret security clearance. I don't want to lose that.
Mm-hmm.
What I do is we've got an infantry platoon that I am supporting, and if they need support. They need
fire support.
They need fire support. They radio to me. They call to me, and they say we need rounds at this location. I put it in my fancy computer system, which the name will be omitted, and we send that to the gun line, and they shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
And for those of you, artillery rounds can travel up to 3,000 or 4,000 meters.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
It takes about 12 seconds on average for a round to hit. And sometimes you can even do it. This is kind of
plus,
cool.
and even if I do have to see battle, it's going to be because somebody invaded the property, and then I'm just going to pull a freaking grenade out anyway and pull the plug and hold it and wait for these fools to walk in there. Oh, you're here! Clink, 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 clink. I'll see y'all in hell.
Don't do that.
And then if you survive,
if I survive, I'm not gonna want to live anywhere. I'm pretty sure I just blew my hand off.
Well, one of the cool
dropped a grenade in the wire.
Coolest parts of my job, I can actually set a time on target. Let's say I want it to hit at exactly 1500. They can program their guns to shoot at the exact time, and we can actually. There's usually 4 guns that fire on a single command, so you send a volley of 4. They can send two guns to shoot up in the air, and 2 guns to shoot forward. And they can land at the same time, depending on the guns they're shooting up will shoot. 4 or 5 seconds later, they'll shoot, and they'll land at the exact same time.
Nice.
So it looks like it's coming from multiple directions.
Mm-hmm. That way, they have no idea what happened.
There's so much we can do with artillery. It's awesome.
Artillery is there's a reason it's the king of battle.
Thank you.
I mean, let's be real though. If we could just have some type of cooperation with China and Japan, we could have some guns by now, and then nobody would want to fuck with us.
But okay, if you really never wanted to see combat, pharmacy tech.
Ooh, and then I get all the free medicine.
Or become a doctor and get your commission.
Well,
because an officer medic will never see combat because they're in a clinic.
Yeah, but
you'll go on a deployment, but you'll stay in the fob.
Yeah, but being a pharmacy tech, that's the exact same thing. You'll go on deployment, but you'll stay in the you'll stay in the wire there. You'll never leave the base because you have nothing to do outside of the base. Your job is okay. These guys need to be given this medicine.
What if I want to moonlight as a DJ?
That's your civilian side. We don't have parties on deployment.
That's what you think. Not to what are all these crates for? This is medicine is what this all is.
From his personal medicine, from his military experience.
From everything that I've heard from everyone who's been in it before me, all deployments are 10% action, 90% boredom, or these days 90% Xbox.
When I go on my first deployment, I'm bringing my PlayStation.
It's
guaranteed.
I'm bringing my whole kit. They're like, what are these speakers for, Ross? For sound wave treatment.
Isn't it like one personal item?
I think you can bring as much as you can fit in your duffel bag.
Yeah. Which there's always room for more in the duffel bag, but you have to have what you have to have.
Or what you do is you take all your stuff and you have your family send it over to you. That's what my dad did.
You can have that done too.
We had a box with his laptop, his PSP, and all that was sent on.
We have an unregistered jet coming through. Numbers 5565. Oh, that's my mom, and she dropping off something.
Well, no, you can actually send it postal mail.
Yeah, you'd send it postal mail, and
but like, the military will only pay for the bags that have your gear in it.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cheap though. To send postage overseas.
It really is. Well, because most of the time they give you...
But it's not cheap to send the whole DJing set overseas so you can throw a party on the base. Hey, everybody, I just set this stuff up. If it doesn't work, I'm sorry.
All you need is a Dixie cup and a phone. You stick your phone in there, it's loud. It's not enough.
I'm telling you. Because
as soon as the first sergeant comes in, you turn it off. We're not doing nothing first, aren't we? Really? I heard music. No, we're just getting ready to work out. We're kind of wanting to get pumped up. Why do I smell beer? You don't. First aren't. Actually, Jimmy got drunk last night and he threw up in here. You can blame him for that.
Why is Ross sitting behind the DJ booth scratching record steel?
Can you know?
Because he's too stupid to take off his headphones.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're on deployment. We don't drink.
Anyways, back to the WWE.
but no, if you didn't want to, Pharmacy Tech would be the one to go with. Because they will never see combat.
Or public relations.
PR is another one.
Not
PR.
public relations. You know what I'm talking about, like paperwork stuff, like payment and stuff.
Yeah,
payroll.
Payroll. Well, if there's a word for it, I just can't think of it right now.
You're thinking like human resources.
There you go, HR.
Human resources.
And that's another.
Had the right second letter.
Mine, if you haven't been able to tell by my name, Doc, I was a combat medic.
68 whiskey, huh? Alright, so what other topics do we have to talk about the WWE?
Felicia Fox losing her damn mind.
And she's been doing that a lot.
It is sexy. Let me tell you.
Give me all your money. Give me all your money.
Give me all your money. I was like, girl, you a thug. Dude, I was like, yo. I wasn't even looking at black girls like that till Alicia started acting the way she acted.
Give me your money. I'm not even wearing pants right now, Alicia.
Once again, jumping the gun.
I'll give you something.
But freaking Monday's episode, like, that was it for me. I was like, when she pulled them soda cans out, I was like, she is about to Stone Cold Steve Austin the soda cans. And at first she didn't. She shook them hoes up and like sprayed them in people's faces, which I thought was hilarious. And then sprayed it in the fan's face. Actually, the fan was just like, yeah! Hell yeah!
I would have done the same thing.
For real, I would have been like, yo girl, here's my number. Spray soda on me anytime. I'll spray something on you later, yeah. But no, like, but then, sure enough, she slaps them cans together, and then just the chest was glistening with soda. I was like, I had a real soda in like a month, so that really got me going right there.
This episode of WWE Main Event is brought to you by Pornhub.
Yeah, Pornhub.
Brazzers.
and Playboy Network.
There we go.
Let's go with something that's like actual porn. So Penthouse, not Playboy.
The hot zone.
No, hey, Playboy is porn. It's softcore porn.
Yeah.
Until after 12 a.m.
Basically,
and then it turns into some rough shit.
Basically,
until 6.
Basically, Playboy's fucking. Let's be honest. That's just girls who are nude. That's really the only thing that you're gonna see in Playboy.
It's just because it's trying to keep it classy.
Sex.
Okay, while we're talking about Playboy, I know this isn't WWE. First time.
I like how he digressed, came back, and then digressed again.
Well, okay,
immediately.
This is a good one.
Okay.
What is your first encounter with a Playboy magazine, and what was your reaction? And
does it have to be Playboy?
Okay, Playboy or a similar.
Penthouse letters, any of that stuff.
I'm talking like the magazine. If
Hustler. Ooh. Jugs was one of my favorite.
So who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Yeah.
It was Playboy. I was like 14 at the time, and I was snooping around my freaking foster parents' room to find some money because I wanted to go freaking skating, and I go in.
Thug.
I'm a real thug.
Yeah.
Real thugs aggressive inline, son.
I'm stealing money from my parents so I can go skate.
That's right. I was gonna go to Skate Town that night, whether they liked it or not. Anyway.
He's so hardcore. Wait.
Then it cutscenes to me in the skate arena.
Marty's not telling. He's like, hey, we have to go to the one around the block. I can't cross the street yet.
Dude, you're like 14.
But no, I stumbled upon this giant box in their closet. And the box has like freaking every magazine from freaking 1999 to that time present. And I was like, wow. So I'm just looking through, seeing if I recognize anybody. I read like dang near every one of them damn magazines. Literally read.
Yeah, read through the articles.
Yeah.
I think everybody, their first encounter with one of those magazines, they actually
you read some shit.
You're looking at all the pictures, but then you're reading everything too, and you're like, because that's what you do with the magazine.
I even went as far to steal the centerfold piece out of the Marilyn Monroe issue, which was wrong. That was worth some money.
Yeah.
I stole the shit out of that, though. And I owned that motherfucker for like 2 years after that. But yeah, that was my first experience there.
Okay. My first experience, like, it wasn't really magazine per se, like it sort of was, but it wasn't focused on pictures. Like, it had pictures in it, but it was more stories than anything. I was in my parents' room one night. We used to have rabbits when I was growing up. They were in my parents' room for some reason, because my parents were stupid and they didn't let us in their room at all unless we were cleaning up rabbit shit. Because that was our job. As an adult, I can't wait till I have kids. That way I can not have to do any chores.
I'm saying.
Fucking.
Do you remember saying that when you was a kid, though?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's how just wait till I have some kids. I ain't doing nothing.
Yeah.
18 years from now.
Yeah. It's like, after the kids move out, I'm going to have some more.
I'm saying.
Because that yard ain't going to do itself.
I got to keep an even rotation of kids until I'm about 50.
But no. Freaking. So, I'm sitting there one night and I'm cleaning up rabbit shit, and I look over and my dad's got a bookshelf with he reads like a bunch of old Western novels like Louis L'Amour.
Holy crap! I think I have one of those books.
Louis L'Amour books. He loves them. So if anyone ever wants to send me something that I can give to my dad to make my dad happy, send me some Louis L'Amour books. But no, freaking. So he's got his bookshelf, but I see back behind it. I see some tits.
Nice.
And I was like,
he was like,
Dad?
Nice. Oh no, he didn't go dad. He went nice.
No. In my head, I'm thinking, Dad? Nah, Mom would never allow him to have anything like that in here. So I waited until they were gone. When Mom was working at Rubbermaid, and Dad he had bowling at nights.
Nice.
So I was sitting there, and my little sister, she had gone to bed. It was after her bedtime, so I went upstairs, sort of looked behind the bookshelf. I pulled it out, and I just started reading. Just all the stories, and it like full-on stories. Like there'd be a few pictures sprinkled in through.
There's stories in Playboy?
But there were this one. I don't even remember what they were called. But
Playboy letters.
Just a lot. Nothing but stories. It was awesome.
Those stories, man. I can't wait to get me a girl. I'm gonna do this.
Well, I'm sitting there, and I'm a very literate person. If you can't tell, I started learning to read when I was
in the womb.
They took the ultrasound. He had a pair of glasses in there. Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. Yeah, so
welcome to my study.
There's a fireplace inside the womb. I was wondering why it's so warm in there.
Wearing one of those Hugh Hefner robes, sitting in the great big old lounge chair.
Legs crossed and
feet on the ottoman.
Just
Mozart playing in the background because all parents introduce their kids to Mozart for some reason.
You're welcome. Like a tiny little version of Damien Sandow, back an intellectual savior of the masses. But
now
no,
he's like the character that dresses up as everyone else.
I'm saying.
Yeah, now he's
David
just
Crockett.
He's
That
a
was
non-character
awesome.
character. But no,
he actually got some cheers off of the whole David Crockett
he did, and I was happy for him.
Yeah, I'm saying it's about damn time.
But no, so I'm sitting there. I started learning to read when I was 3. By the time I was 4, I was reading newspaper headlines.
Lord of mercy.
So readings just comes naturally to me. So I'm reading
Just
through
keep
these. And
rubbing it in.
this is my
Keep
bread and
rubbing
butter,
it in.
and I'm just reading, and I'm like, this is awesome.
Must be nice, huh? I'm dyslexic.
Pays
You
well,
guys
too.
have it.
It pays well too. First couple times I was at college, I made about $300 that first year I was at college by submitting stories.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so my first encounter with
That was
a
before I lost my
pornographic
virginity, by the
magazine, I want to say I was like 8 or 9. I can't remember.
And his voice went up when he said he was 8 or 9.
I was trying to get into character. No,
the character, man.
no, I was like 8 or 9.
And now his voice dropped.
Excuse me, can I not do anything
Sorry.
right?
I was saying, calm
Rubicon
down.
wanted
Calm
me
down.
to send his regards.
No, I got a new phone, right? Because I lost my other one on the land nav course. First freaking thing he says, Jew. I am in no way, shape, or form Jewish. My last name isn't Jewish. I don't come from Jewish heritage.
Well, your last name is
Quite kosher.
your last name is
Kosher.
It's sort of Polish, which I just assumed Jewish after that. You know,
Whatever.
right?
Anyways,
You must be one of those uppity Polish Jews.
my first encounter with a pornographic magazine, 8 or 9, and we were watching something on TV, and boobs happened to flash, and I guess I'd never seen it before or something. I was like, huh, so that's what a girl looks like without a shirt on. My dad's like, oh yeah, there's a whole world out there.
But the girls in my school don't look like that.
Just wait. He was like, no, you ever seen a girl without her pants on? Dad, no, of course not. I didn't think of that. It's like, that's gross. He's like, let me show you. It's like, you want to see what a pussy looks like? He shows me. He shows me, right? And I'm like, glued, right? My mom walks in.
It's so pretty.
My mom walks in.
Oh, Lord.
Timothy, what the hell are you doing with our son? It's educational, okay?
It's education.
He's gonna be so far
I
ahead
didn't
of
tell
his
you this was
classmates.
happening in Tennessee.
Puberty happened 2 weeks later. No.
All of a sudden, his balls dropped.
No, but it was
He was a
funny
grown-ass
because
man from that day forward.
I can't exactly remember the image I saw, but it was like several girls, and I was like, huh. He's like, yep, that's what a pussy looks like. It's like, really? And you've heard that old
And
joke.
that's what multiple pussies
You want to know
look
the
like.
definition? What's the difference between a bitch and a pussy? Like, this is a pussy, everything inside the circle. A bitch is everything outside the circle. My dad basically said that before the joke got popular. It was hilarious. I was like, this is interesting. And then I told my friend about it. I got in trouble at school for talking about Playboy.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
That's like the most trouble I ever got in school at that age. And I went to the principal's office because I was talking about something that happened at home. But yeah,
Back to Alicia Fox for just a few more minutes.
she should be a Playboy cover girl.
She should.
She definitely
WWE doesn't
She
do it
could.
right anymore.
Oh,
Yeah.
please, no. They probably already done approached her 6-7 times. You know black women don't do Playboy.
Well, that
she's
too,
waiting
plus
for Hustler to holler at her.
Plus they have rules against it now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She's waiting for penthouse letters to say something
the
to
last
her.
Playboy that they had.
Candace Michelle or Tori.
Well,
I thought it was Stacy.
Nope, Stacy hasn't been on Playboy.
No?
You sure?
As
Pretty sure
far
she
as I
has.
know. But the last Playboy that they've had, that they produced,
Lita?
Christy Hemme.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
Yeah, so do I. They made a big deal out of
Well,
that.
and that was, she did it after she joined WWE. The one who she was up against in the very first Diva search, her main rival was Carmela I can't pronounce her last name. Discare or something like that.
Carmella wants the D. We'll just we'll call it.
And she can have mine anytime she wants.
Would you give Karma the D though?
Hey, I've got an F. Does that count?
Ooh.
I mean, I heard she freaky. According to her, freaky. Shameless plug to you shoot. According to her, you shoot. She freaky.
No.
Alright, back
What
on
about you,
topic
fish
again.
food? No. Don't try to dodge the question. Don't you dodge the question.
I didn't hear the question. Answer again. I'll answer.
Would you give Karma the D?
Oh, hell no. Hell to the
Double B.
Yeah, now, I'm be truthful. I've looked at it a couple of times. I thought the titties was nice.
titties and everything.
I might have to go ahead and smash. I don't even like black women like that, but there's something about Karma that I might have to go ahead and let it go.
My fear would be I would go in and get sucked in and never return.
My fear
She would have to give birth to me. I don't want to live through that.
Hey, you would be born right alongside your son. Oh, God. Oh, beautiful little mixed race, baby.
Oh, my God. Half fish, half human.
Let's see. My fear is I'm 23 years old. I am not old enough for a hip replacement surgery.
Who said she was going to be on top? See, you just now you thinking about it.
Okay, whoa. This is putting some bad
In the match between me and her, who do you think is getting pinned?
Good point.
Yeah. All right. So back to the WWE topic.
Yeah.
We'll do one more topic, and then we'll make up a top 5 and do that to close the show.
Okay.
Hornswoggle and Torito. How do you feel about the feud still going on?
It's looking good. And the fact that El Torito is beating full-size motherfuckers.
Right?
It's looking good. Now, if they could do the same for Hornswoggle, just to show that Torito's not having too much of a power elevation above Hornswoggle, because you don't want to go into the match and be like, oh, this is going to be a squash match. Freaking Torito can beat people 2-3 times his size. Blah 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 blah.
He's already beaten them.
Yeah, he's already beaten them.
Okay, but another follow-up question: can they beat WLC? Can they make a more exciting match than WLC?
That's going to be real tough. Because that was awesome. That was amazing. I watched that like 3 times.
Are they going to bring back like JBL?
Michael Cole, JBL, Dre the King Smaller.
Michael Cole sounds like a delicious ass beer that you would drink in like Germany. The referee.
Was that what they I like it. The referee. I like it.
So how do you feel about it?
I don't know. It felt a little bit too gimmicky at first, but I'm really starting to like it. Like, as soon as we saw El Torito come in, everybody knew this is going to happen.
Right.
Same as when we saw Shield coming in, running roughshod.
And then the Wyatt family comes in.
Wyatt family come in. We knew this was going to happen.
I like that Hornswoggle is using complete sentences now. He's using
Oh, I know, right?
Ever since the Muppet movie, he learned how to speak English.
Turns out, apparently, Fit Finley said, "Use your words one time, too many," and now he is.
Now he is. Yep. I just noticed Finley's been in the game for so long. Like, I knew he was old. I just didn't know he had been wrestling since freaking 90, 88, 91 as Fit Finley in WCW. I saw him, I was like, damn, he is fat here. Like, he is really huge. Like not huge. Like, it was mostly muscle, but he had that stomach on him back then. He was like, and you can't really see the resemblance from him in WWE to him in WCW until you really put your face on the screen. And you're like, oh my God, that's Finley.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's so not fit. You can't have the name Fit Finley if you ain't fit. He was getting winded after doing a rope bounce freaking once. He was winded. I was like,
WCW used to hire a bunch of just, hey,
squash people.
You look big. What if we stick you in tights and give you $300?
Okay.
What I feel about this feud, I think it's great now, but this has to be it, or it's going to get old. It's going to get stale. Because
it is so gimmicky.
And also the thing is, how do you fit the rest of them in a feud for after this? Because 3MB and those Matadors have been feuding since they debuted, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then you added the two of them and added a new twist to it. But eventually it's going to get old if that's the only people they fight. Because, we've seen this a million times. It's going to become Orton and Cena a million times again.
Or frickin' what we got last year, Orton and Bryan, for 6 fucking months.
Which I liked a little bit. Towards the end, I was like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it started to get ridiculous.
But adding Batista and Triple H into that feud worked.
Yeah. And they gave
And
it a
then
couple
made
of
Evolution.
reprieves of, like, hey, let's throw Big Show in there. Hey, let's...
Throw Cena in there.
Even then, when they
Cena
threw
in there.
Big Show in there as a crybaby, I was getting pissed.
Yeah,
I was like,
I was-
you are a
they made-
grown-ass man.
They made him cry way too much. If they'd have waited for him to first cry when he hit Dusty Rhodes,
Yeah.
that moment would have been so
much more
bigger.
powerful.
See, I
It
agree.
would have been so much more. It would have had so much more impact. If he'd have just been, he'd have been frustrated, but not to the point of tears. He'd been, you know what? I need the job. I need the job.
Also, if they would have did like freaking him walking in the back after he punched out Dusty Rhodes, he just goes into his room and he slams his door and he lets off one of those Raphael screams from freaking Ninja Turtle 2 where Casey Jones gets away. Damn! Only he wouldn't say damn, but still, like just more emotion.
And less crying.
And less crying, yeah.
Like, I wanted to see after that, I wanted to see backstage interview with him walking head down, because you know everybody in the locker room, like,
Oh yeah, and have like a line of people that's kind of mean.
No. But like someone try to get it when the guys try to get an interview, which is he either shakes it up and like just looks at him all teary-eyed and rushes away, wiping away more tears. I'm tearing up talking about it because I'm a method actor. Or the guy asks him a question, Big Show. We just saw you choke slam, or we just saw you knock out one of your mentors, one of your idols, Dusty Rhodes. I know this has got to be tearing you up inside. You have any words for the WWE?
And then he like snaps.
Just throws the fucking guy through the wall. I know they built. They
yeah,
built
that's
fake walls
for real.
again.
Only don't do what they did with the freaking Shockmaster and have a high rise on the wall you build. Because you're just going to trip over it.
but no, just throw, just.
Oh yeah, just throw.
Just throw. Just snap. But it would have been. But none of those work unless you save him crying for a big moment like that. He was crying when she was like, you know that you've got financial troubles. Why you gotta bring shit up like that? You know, name out your house.
He was acting like a black dude who was getting reprieved by his woman. That's why your mama's a bitch. Why you gotta call my mama a bitch like that, cuz?
Alright, so final thing. We haven't set aside a final 5 for this episode. So let's throw ideas together. We'll decide on one. We'll do a final 5. So what are some ideas? We've done finishers. We've done title matches. We've done extreme moments. What have we got? I'm sure there's others we can do.
Top 5 athletes from other sports to make the move into the squared circle.
Isn't there only 5?
I don't know enough about that. I don't know enough about that one to do it. So that would probably, I'd have to do some
top 5.
research.
Yeah.
Sexiest diva moments.
That would be interesting. I say we save that one for next week because Rubicon. Definitely get into that one.
Okay, and then 2 weeks from now we can do the wrestlers from other sports.
Perfect. How about favorite tag teams or factions? Top 5.
Okay.
All right.
I can do that.
You get to go last because you've always got the best stories. So, which one of us?
All right. I will go first.
All right.
Number 5, the Steiners.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, Harlem Heat.
Yep.
Because old and new, I'm just putting them together. And put the 3 boys together. Freaking.
There was a third one?
Booker and Goldie. Because there was always some gimmicky shit going on with Booker and Gold. Black Gold, as I call him in my faction. Freaking.
I'll give you some of my Slurpee.
I'll give you a sip of my Slurpee if you give me a bite of your wiener. To this day, that is my shit. Get the hell away from me, you gold freak!
I'm laughing so hard my fist will shake, and oh no!
Turn him back around.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry
I feel
about
like
that.
I'm talking to the closet of the microwave. Look at like a fridge. Oh, I'm doing it again.
Damn. I got you.
Why are we putting me on a swivelly chair? This ain't fair.
We always put you on the swivelly chair.
I like the swivelly chair, but it doesn't work anymore because I can't turn around. We've got to put some. We got to figure something about this.
I'll get some super glue and just super glue the turning.
I got an
mechanism
even better idea. How do you feel about steroids?
I'm gonna need a bigger tank for that.
Which brings me to number 2.
God.
The 2 biggest steroid-looking pumpingest mall lovers I'd ever seen in my life. Yeah, freaking Scott Steiner and Buff the Stuff Bagwell, because he went from being just that small, scrawny looking motherfucker from his old tag team. As soon as he hit the NWO and started working out with Steiner, like 6 months later, he came back looking like a totally
working out,
yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but one of those was Big Papa Pump, right?
Yeah.
Which one? Steiner?
Steiner's Big Papa.
Yeah,
Pump.
I remember that. Bam, kiss.
Yeah, his muscles had muscles on top of his muscles.
His eyeballs had muscles on their eyeballs.
He had muscles in places most men don't have places.
I'm saying, he had real riblets. You know what real riblets look like? Him and Buff both had real riblets. I only seen real riblets on Mark Henry back before he got that stomach again.
Nobody has real riblets.
I'm saying,
the Ultimate Warrior did have real riblets.
They was drawn in riblets. You could argue with me about that all you want, but I could tell that was makeup. Because, like, say he gets scoop slammed and somebody swipes over his side,
his riblets smear.
Yeah, his riblets would smear. I'm like, come on, you can't give a brother fake riblets.
Lex Luger had riblets.
Okay, he had riblets. Yeah, he did. For a while. For a long time. Until probably around the time, he probably lost him right around the time he started messing with Elizabeth.
That was when he got that cast.
Yeah, and he couldn't work out anymore and crap, yeah. But anyway, at number 1, the 90s D-Generation X with Road Dogg, with New Age Outlaws, X-Pac. I'm only excluding Shawn Michaels out of that group is only because he really wasn't a part of all the main shit that they was getting into.
By the way, last year when they did the whole freaking vote for your favorite of all time, for each championship, they voted for tag teams, or your favorite of all time tag teams, and fans voted in DX as Shawn Michaels and Triple H. They weren't really a tag team, but even if you can,
they only ever won tag team gold once.
But even if they did, even if you do consider those two as a tag team, they're not only are they not the best tag team in history, they're not even the best tag team in D-Generation X history.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, tonight, D-Generation X proudly brings to you its 6th-time WWE Tag Team Champions of the World! The Road Dogg, Jesse James, the Badass Billy Gunn, the New Age Outlaws!
And if you're not down with that, I got 2 words for you!
Suck it!
I still hate how they can't say it themselves.
We in case you don't have the video version of the podcast, which by the way you have to have like platinum membership in our website to have that.
That's exclusive to like nobody.
Yeah,
that's exclusive.
We're the only ones so far who have that. We are the only ones who have that. But we just acted that out.
Absolutely.
But Rubicon did want to start doing like freaking hooking up the camera and freaking doing little 10-minute bits, like turn the camera, turn the camera on during like the beginning of one of our bits, and then when the people hear the show, they can go back and watch the video and know, like at that point, what we were talking about leading up to that and stuff like that.
I gotta you gotta wear a shirt because.
Oh yeah.
I gotta get costumes.
Me and my straight A's.
I should probably start wearing pants then.
They're gonna see my deformed body. I don't like that.
Oh no, it's okay. We'll get you a human skin.
Perfect. Hey, can I have tattoos and everything everywhere too?
I mean, if you want to look like freaking Randy Orton, by all means, take all the tattoos you want.
I hear voices in my head.
If you're already hearing the voices, let's cancel that steroid shot.
All right. I'm next.
All right,
I'm last because I have the best stories.
I forgot.
So being going last is a good thing in the main event. My top 5. Let's see. The Hardy Boys. Absolutely. Matt and Jeff. Crazy sons of bitches.
I'm sorry.
By themselves, they're crazy. Together, they're definitely dangerously dangerous.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember the TLC triple threat.
And every one of them that they were
in.
Exactly, especially the one at Mania 18.
Mm-hmm.
Was that 18 where Edge speared him?
Mm-hmm,
I feel like that was 18.
They were the ones crazy enough to volunteer for that. You know, Jeff Hardy jumping off of 30-foot scaffolding.
And scaffolding. Oh God.
Swanton bombing on Randy Orton.
Oh yeah.
Number 3, Evolution, the original Evolution with Ric Flair. This one, I'd probably put them at like number 14 or something.
Evolution Light.
Evolution Light.
Bigger,
all
bolder,
the evolution with half the guilt.
But I Ric Flair, you can't take anything away from that guy.
I'm saying
16-time world champion.
Woo!
Nobody's met it yet.
If anybody does, it'll be Cena because he's the
closest one
to him.
He's the closest one to it.
Unless they give it to Orton a couple more times, but
yeah,
that would be actually kind of cool.
Hey, Cena, we just stepped on the bride of the title. You want it?
He's at 12. He's at 13.
Yeah, Triple H is at 13.
That would be kind of cool if you give it. Well, I don't see Triple H having it anymore because he's corporate.
Yeah,
but you give him, put them both where they're at 15, right?
And
somebody takes the belt, triple threat, and basically it's a feud between Orton and Cena. Who's going to hit 16 first? Who's going to be the next Flair?
Who's going to match the? And they've shown that they're
Ric Flair as a special guest referee.
Perfect.
They have shown that they have that triple threat one end in a no contest, but have the other guy get like kayfabe injured so that he can't defend the title the next pay-per-view. So those two become the number one contenders, and that's where you bring in Ric Flair as the special guest referee. And they have shown that nothing is sacred. No record, no streak, if you will, is too big to be broken.
Or you could have Ric Flair pull up. No, nobody's going to fucking break the record. Chair, no contest. Ring the bell.
Or have it be like hardcore title rules, where like the whole pay-per-view is put up. It's 20. It's like just this for the whole pay-per-view. That way, people just keep on interjecting themselves into the match, and they keep
have that at the top of the show and still have to be the main event.
And as the music hits, as Ric Flair's music hits, he's coming out in this referee uniform and stuff, and freaking walk to the ring, and all you see is freaking like Cena and Orton fighting all the way down to the ring, and Ric Flair's still walking around in his robe and stuff, and they just fight past him. And freaking Orton goes to pin him, Ric Flair's just like 1, 2.
Even better. Like you gotta like a Divas feud or something.
Yeah.
Hold on just a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Backstage. Bam! Somebody's beating the shit out of the champion.
Someone makes the pin. No!
It's like freaking somebody like Santino like accidentally falls on John Cena. 1, 2, 3, and freaking Randy Orton just grabs. He's like, Cena. 1, 2. Cena kicks him off, grabs him. 1, 2. And Santino's running around now he's scared.
He's the champion.
Yeah, it's the champion. He's just running around the building scared.
Or imagine this: a pinfall happens backstage for the world heavyweight champion, whatever they call it, and then immediately they switch back. Bam! Super kick. 1, 2, 3. Be the fastest 2 pinfalls in history. Yeah. Like literally, they happen 5 seconds apart. It'd be history.
Oh yeah.
But no. Freaking. I'd like to see that, but since it is anyone can win it at any time.
Yeah.
You let Ric Flair count that final pinfall of the night, or so you're thinking.
He's like, what?
And he covers him at 1, 2, 3 himself.
No. Like he pulls like every Triple H comes out.
So like it's technically almost the end of the night. It's like there's a time clock to when the title goes back to being a regular title.
Well, and everyone's thinking this is the last because because this is the one that Ric Flair counted the pinfall for. And Ric Flair's got the guy up on his shoulder, except Ric Flair can't do that anymore. Not with either of those two. But Ric Flair, he's out there. He's shaking hands.
Yeah. Holding the hand up and
then kick to the back of the leg. Slaps in that figure 4. 17 times, new record, bitches.
Yeah. He walks up, he's like, and now I forfeit tonight. No, he's like, and now I forfeit the title to I put the title, I give up the title, and I put it in abeyance. And everybody would just be like, boo!
Yeah, the record was tied once. And then he set the new record.
Like just every WWE fantasy situation.
Yeah, I'm saying that would be awesome though. Like just to have Santino do that little part where he's just they cut to the backstage. Like they cut to the backstage. He's running. He's like, oh god, and Cena and freaking Orton are chasing him.
No,
just come back. It's okay. Just come back.
He's not running. He's power walking.
Oh yeah, he's power. And Cena and Orton right now. Just come back. It's okay. Just lay down on the ground.
And Cena and Orton are just like they're looking at him power walk away, and they're like. Run and roll them, and they start power walking.
There's a whole trail of people trying to get to him, tripping each other and shit too.
Fighting because they know whoever.
Shawn Michaels opens the door and freaking Santino runs into him, and Shawn Michaels just like, well, hell, 1, 2, 3, ding, ding, ding. He just grabs the towels and he's like.
No.
No, he stops, he hikes that leg up, and everybody's like, whoa. He's like, gotcha! It runs off.
You know what? I got an idea. Why don't we, let's get some costumes, let's get a fake belt, let's enact this the way we want to see it ourselves, and put a video on it.
But yeah, I would love
hilarious.
to see, because Santino's one of those workers who, I feel that man deserves to hold that big championship at least once.
Yeah.
Because he is such a strong, powerful worker as far as his work ethic. He may be mid-card for life, but let's be honest, he's...
Even if it's just for like 2 weeks, he holds the title.
Or for 2 minutes.
Or for 2 minutes in a situation like
yeah.
I just think that would be awesome. Like just the shit that could possibly happen, and freaking what's his name? Neidhart, not Neidhart, but Bret Hart comes over, and Bret Hart's in the arena, and Bret and Shawn are sitting there talking the whole way, and he's like, "Why do you have those belts, man? Oh, you haven't heard yet? The whole pay-per-view, these things are up for grabs. Really? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, ding. Thanks, buddy. No, he's like, that's for the screw job. We're friends now.
The only reason that they can't do that is because Lloyd's of London, the company that's paying Bret Hart his insurance money because he's disabled. They got onto him last time.
Oh
he stepped into a ring because.
Well, technically he wouldn't be in the ring.
Well, no. any sort of where if there's physical action and a pinfall or submission of some kind, they consider that a wrestling match, and he's not. He's supposed to be disabled to where he can't work like that.
Yeah.
And so they got onto him last time he was there.
Well, let him pass it to the little nephew or whatever he is. And like, oh, is that the case? Well, have you met my nephew here?
Davey Boy?
No, I haven't. It's very nice to meet. 1, 2, 3.
Anyways, back to my countdown.
Yes.
Number 4 is Evolution.
Number 3, DX.
Of course.
Mostly because of the New Age Outlaws. I love those guys. And Billy Gunn can't remember his 2 words. He's always got to ask the audience.
I love how they always say that he can't remember his 2 words. He remembers more than that. And if you're not down with that, I got 2 words for you. That's a lot more than 2. And those are his words. Those are his lines.
Number 2, gotta go with the Shield. The Shield has been dominant since they stepped in. Survivor Series, their first year, they dominated right back, put him through a table. Absolutely amazing. Number 1, the Brothers of Destruction.
Oh, see, I should have did honorable mention on that one.
Absolutely my favorite tag team ever. Just because it didn't last very long, but when it did, shit got done.
Kind of reminded you of the old Ministry days when they just used to kidnap little girls and tie them to broken crosses and carry them to the ring, Stephanie McMahon.
And Stone Cold saves the day.
And Stone Cold saves the day.
After beating up on her dad just a little while ago. It's like, I just destroyed your dad, but we cool.
Alright, Doc, your turn.
Alright.
We've got, like, what, 45 minutes left?
We're getting right at 40 minutes, so.
You got 20 minutes, then.
Yep.
My number 5, I gotta give it to the Shield. They've been so dominant just in the little bit of time that they've been...
Year and a half.
It doesn't feel like it's been that long, but at the same time, it feels like it's been forever.
Do you remember the first time they were beaten on SmackDown? It was 4 months after they debuted.
I know.
First time they'd ever been beaten. And Daniel Bryan was the one who gets the pinfall.
I know, right? It was awesome.
It was.
I mean, later on, later on, he became the weakling, but still,
actually, that was that was after they lost the title. He was trying to prove that he wasn't the weakling.
Yeah.
Because then he feuded with Orton for the first time,
Mm-hmm.
Money in the Bank, and
it was pretty awesome.
I am handsome.
I am not a nugget. I'm a black heart, damn it! Woo!
Sorry I'm late, guys,
but my nose got here 20 minutes ago. Woo!
Justin Liger, right?
Jason Sensation.
Oh, Jason Sensation doing Owen Hart.
Yeah.
That's got to be one of my. The Shield. They've got to be. They make my top 5. But I got to go old school with this. Number 4 is Road Warriors. Hawk and Animal.
Oh, what a rush!
When that music hit, you knew
it. Plus they had a fine ass bitch on their arms constantly.
But you knew you were gonna be treated to an all-out brawl. Between the ropes. It was gonna end up being nice.
They have what I call they have what I call the Vader tendency, where they can get a little too live and end up hurting people. Or causing people to shat themselves.
But the Doomsday Device, freaking one of the most devastating tag team moves of all time.
Next to the Triple Powerbomb.
I said one of the.
That's just my personal opinion. I like it. It's cool. But I will give you that. That is awesome.
This is just
and
one of those
the 3D,
things.
aka the combination cutter.
Thank you for bringing up the Dudleys.
Bubba, get the tables!
It never went Bubba get the tables. It was always Devon.
What? I say Bubba.
Get the tables!
Sorry. Excuse me. I'm a little bit... It's been 2 weeks since I've been away from WWE. I have to get back in the habit of remembering shit.
But no, yeah, you've been on autopilot for the last while.
Oh my God, I just realized something.
What?
I gotta change my number 2, y'all. Real quick. Triple threat. Shane Douglas, freaking Bam Bam Bigelow, and what was his name?
Look it up. You'll figure it out before you.
I know. Go ahead.
Number
Continue.
3.
Number 3 is the Dudleys. Very extreme. Very extreme. Every time they got between the ropes. Every time they got outside the ropes. Tables. Just all the... When you think of tables matches, who do you think of?
The Dudleys. Absolutely.
They helped bring them to the main front in ECW.
Mae Young.
When they came to WWE, they freaking powerbombed Mae Young through a table.
That was awesome.
It was.
Oh my God! No.
It was freaking amazing.
Mr. No Gimmicks Necessary, Chris Candido.
Yeah.
That's what his name was.
Honorable mention goes in at this point. Also bringing in Bam Bam Bigelow, my honorable mention goes to the Jersey Triad.
Nice.
DDP, Chris Canyon,
Word,
and Bam Bam Bigelow.
Indeed.
A force is to be
Bada
reckoned with.
bing, bada boom, bada bang.
Self high five.
I used to love when that white fan thought he was actually gonna get it. Yeah! Oh.
Real quick, I'll throw out my honorable mention. Have a nice day. Well, Mick Foley and The Rock and Sock connection. But
Nice.
you have a trash bag and
Yes,
have a
yes,
nice day, so I couldn't resist.
See,
Alright.
all right. Number 2, going even older school.
Oh shit.
Didn't know that was possible.
Maybe I won't know these guys.
Oh, you will definitely know them. The Mega Powers.
Oh,
you're
yeah.
right, I don't know.
Yeah.
This. Yeah.
You don't know who the
You
Mega
don't
Powers
remember
are?
the Mega
Remind
Powers?
me, I might.
Hulk Hogan
And
and Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
They
yeah.
teamed up.
Right before they split, when they were feuding over the belt.
Yeah, like they teamed up
Yeah.
at
I forgot
WrestleMania
that's what
4.
they're called. I forgot that's what they were called. So okay, I know.
And then they had the big feud over Elizabeth at WrestleMania 5. And by the way, where I stand on the feud, Hulk Hogan, you can come on our show and do whatever the fuck you want to me. You laid your hands on some man's wife. Fuck you, sir.
let me tell you something, brother. It was necessary because when Hulkamania runs wild
Fuck
on you.
necessary. That's wrong. You're wrong for that.
I told Miss Elizabeth, what
I
you gonna
don't know.
do when Hulkamania in this fight, though?
It was Miss Elizabeth. It was Elizabeth.
It's Miss
people.
Elizabeth, but at the same time,
It was cute, innocent Elizabeth at that point too.
it's cute, innocent Elizabeth, but that's his best friend's wife. That's wrong. You're wrong for that. And
Number 1.
second honorable mention, Lex Luger and Sting. Lex Luger and Sting. Great tag team every time they did it. But number 1 has to go to not D-Generation X. The original army of superstars.
Oh Lord, I see where this is going.
The New World Order.
Oh, I thought you were going to go to a different WCW faction that had a militant background.
Oh. you thinking Misfits in
Yeah,
Action?
Misfits in Action.
Or-
I remember those.
Because they came.
But
they came
Katrina's
after
in
DX.
there though.
They came after DX.
Yeah, good point.
But no, the New World Order. When you want to talk about dominant factions,
That
I'm sorry.
formation, though, of the first 3, when Hulk Hogan had his heel turn,
Yeah.
greatest heel turn of all time.
greatest heel turn of all time because it came from nowhere. There were about 6 people who knew what. 7 that knew what was going to happen. Eric Bischoff, Sting, Luger. 8. Bischoff, Sting, Luger, Savage, Hall, Hogan, Nash, and the Ref. Those were the only ones that knew what was going to happen. Everyone backstage was like, I didn't know what's going to happen. Like, they played that New World Order, the invading angle. They played that out perfectly so that guys who were backstage thought that they were being invaded. They were like, they were sending out freaking calls. They were like, hey, Vince, I used to work for you. Now he's trying to send this shit, and Vince was like, oh, no. But at the same time, that's exactly what it felt like. Best heel turn ever by Hulk Hogan. But you want to talk about dominating pairs? Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. Like, you put Scott Hall and Kevin Nash in their prime up against frickin' Reigns and Rollins? No way. No way Reigns and Rollins stay in it.
In their prime, absolutely.
In their prime, Hall and Nash destroy. Then you add in guys like the Giant, the Big Show back before he was the Big Show. The Big Show back when he was throwing out drop kicks, jumping off the top rope.
I'm saying, which that was just ridiculous
That's
for him
500.
back
That's
then.
500 pounds coming at you off the top rope.
Which I say again, which was real ridiculous even for him back then.
I know. That's
unreal.
That was unnecessary risk, but at the same time, that established him as the most athletic big guy in the history of the sport.
Why he's called the world's largest athlete.
And you throw in his natural power too. I mean, just awesome. You put in Kurt Hennig, Mr. Perfect when he was in WWF. Kurt Hennig. You put in Ted DiBiase. You put in the brilliance, the mastermind of Eric Bischoff.
Mm-hmm.
You put in
the money management skills of freaking the $1 billion man.
I already mentioned DiBiase.
Everyone's got a price for the $1 million man.
You've got freaking Hall Nash. You got Steiner and Buff Bagwell.
And you got all the money that you being backed with from the $1 billion man Ted DiBiase. I'm just going to keep bringing it up.
Billion, not billion.
Yeah.
Oh, billion now. I'm joking. No, probably not.
Vince McMahon ain't even a billionaire after the stock hit that happened just
$300 million.
Woo! That hurt. That hurt.
He's not a billionaire anymore. He's still a multi-millionaire. But all right, our freaking it's freaking
Howdy.
Come on in, players.
This is our special guest.
Yes.
Right.
Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you, special.
What's your code name?
Special guest.
Yeah,
Special guest? All right.
Asshole.
Asshole. All right.
I actually like that.
I like it
Because your approach into the room makes that perfect. Yeah. Because he was being loud. Yeah.
Right.
He was ready. He didn't give a damn.
I don't care.
This is a
You
studio,
don't give a
goddammit.
fuck. No.
We being loud though.
We being real loud.
This is our studio. We do what the hell we want.
Welcome to the fold, sir. Welcome to the fold. We have the greatest asshole of all time in the building with us right now.
The greatest, but I'm gonna give him the best of him.
And he could throw some bows too. So just don't get on this bad side.
Basically, if you need somebody in your corner during a street fight, this is
Come
the
get me, baby. Come get me.
but yeah,
being that we have both had the same real legal name, first name, don't call both of us at the same time because we'll get confused.
yeah.
Hey, you over there! Which one? Asshole! Okay, that'd be him. I would call the fish. She got these fins, they don't do shit.
Although we're thinking about steroids for him, but no.
We still haven't decided.
I look like that shark off the Finding Nemo.
But
right now, just gotta say
up, good sir.
But yeah, NWO, top faction of all time. Just because they cleared house. They changed the course of sports entertainment history.
Indeed.
They really did.
Alright, everybody say see you later, asshole. Maybe not. I guess
never mind.
Frosty's back.
But
Alright, y'all.
Well, all the time we gotta have.
That is all. We have a late show for y'all coming up today-ish. Mm-hmm. We have this show. We are going to have to wait to do the Nerd Podcast. Probably not tomorrow. We'll probably have to do it the next day. Mm-hmm. We'll do it right before I have to go to work, if I have to go to work.
Well, the next day I'm going to have to go
Matter of
to
fact,
work
Saturday I'm off regardless because I have to work at the bar anyway. So if we want to do it Saturday.
I'm working till close Saturday. And
We'll
they don't close till midnight.
What time do you usually go in?
4 or 5.
4 or 5.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
We'll meet at like 2 or something.
Yeah.
And I'd like to do it on a Saturday or a Sunday, just so we can get Junior or Rubicron in. Name drop. Sorry, y'all. But it's not the first time we've done it.
It ain't.
It ain't gonna be the damn last. Yeah. Bottomofthemat.com. 2 T's.
2 T's.
2 T's.
Fish can't spell, regardless of how big one of their fins may be.
I was drunk too, remember?
Yeah.
That's Rubicron's fault.
God damn it.
Bottom of the Mat at Yahoo.
The Yahoo has 2 T's. Gmail
has 1.
Yeah.
And then we have the phone number challenge. Can you do it?
It has been 2 weeks.
I don't care.
I can't wait.
Okay, well then fine. Somebody grab the number and give these nice folks the number to text us or call and leave a message. You can do whatever you want. You can tell us how stupid you think this show is. You can tell us how great you think the show is. You can tell us if you like green eggs and ham or if you don't like green eggs and ham. We don't care. We want to hear what y'all have to say.
Phone number 580-609-0399.
All right.
All right.
Well, I'm the Double B.
This is Doc.
This is Fish Food.
And our special guest who has a cigarette in his mouth, the one and only. Go ahead, man. It's your plug, player.
One and only dickhead.
And we out, y'all. And everybody in this room is a Mitch, but me, I'm not a Mitch. I'm not a Mitch.
Ain't
You a Mitch. You a Mitch.
You know what?
You cool though.
I call tag team match. Holla holla.
This podcast has been brought to you by Bottom of the Map Productions.